Up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Hey, set, 29, Alpha. Let's go, 72. Slam, 53,
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it here. This is James White. Space to maneuver at the 40. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, 72 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Nick Folk for the point after. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
Patriots 7, 49ers nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Check 26, check 20. 65. 13.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It shouldn't be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
11.
On second and very short. Garoppolo. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 30. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Here we go.
Garoppolo on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Whip. Watch the whip. Tight dog.
On second down, it's Coleman, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here we go.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Watch the curl. Jim. 12.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180. Block. Safety's creeping. 1, Omaha. 951.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 10 yards on the touchdown pass as they are now on the board here in the first half. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it, and he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. D. Ford able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Brady. He's going to look deep for Edelman. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. He was looking for Edelman there. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 180. 51. I got you. 21. I got you. 51.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Hey, how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. To throw, it's Brady. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 38, Brady complete to Watson, the tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. Now Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. And now Nick Folk, his career long, 56 yards. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
65.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Here we go.
Tighten up.
Pull it together.
Switch.
To throw is Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 63 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got Sanu. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Brady gives to Michelle. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. White's got a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 34. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They go right back to White here on 1st down. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
Hey, 53! No, 66! Hey, go 66!
First down, here's White. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. Great solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. From the gun, it's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. D Ford picks up his second sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a third down.
Here we go, here we go. Wait, 80! Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check.
On third down, here's Coleman. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So a big run there, 29 yards and a first.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman, and he's taken down inside the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Well, Garoppolo's going to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Well, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time, and it's third down. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times, nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. This is White on the screen. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Back to throw. They dial up the screen here to Burkhead. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. He's back to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play, and facing a second and long. Back to throw, Brady. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And they'll get him down up past the 50.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right, turn it up, we giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind?
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at New Era Field in upstate New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from New Era Field. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Allen now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. TJ Carey right there in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. And this was caught by Beasley. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Here's the first carry now for Frank Gore. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On third down, they'll run with Gore. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
At their own 27-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Now Chubb running right. Will fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. From the 39, Mayfield. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here,
Working out of a shotgun. Here's Allen. Got him in. It's Brown. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Now Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Gore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Gore again here on 1st down. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Browns' 18-yard line.
Let's go. Round 80. Mike, number 452. 53.
Think you gonna get this ball?
Hey, wahoo.
You think you gonna get this?
53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Target.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Here's Gore. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 75 yards. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be taken very short. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
53.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. Throwing on first down is Allen. And the grab by Croft. A very solid gain of 27.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Here's Allen. Open man, here's Foster. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Robert Foster, 31 yards. And the Bills have retaken the lead. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain there of 21 yards. They'll run with Chubb. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal.
King.
Silver. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, me and you.
To throw, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, watch the left.
Alert! Let's go.
Mike 42.
A final shot before half for Allen. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. First down, Mayfield. This will be caught by Brown. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Regular. Go. Hey, we're 33. You don't want to see me.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Mayfield now. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now and will try again on second down. He'll let it go deep for Foster. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Uses the stiff arm. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 34 yards there and a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go with Chubb on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up the key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now, because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On first down, it's Gore. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Bills on third down Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
Watch the screen. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To the air, Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 16-yard line. 25 yards that time.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.
All y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag of off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag of off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. Now get it. Big Snoop Dogg. It's in the game.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Quick, move the team. Mike is a 15. Check Mike 15. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch the run.
On second and 9, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Check.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, pick your game up.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. On 1st down, it's Carson. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
At the 35-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Double dog, that's the way.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Yellow, I'm the blue lady. 54. I got it.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Attack! One set. Check 2, fellas, let's go.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Same thing, yellow. Get ready.
Mahomes going to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line.
15. I got you, boy. Hey, 15.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, it's Hill, complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He juked him. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2? And he's into the clear. The 30, 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. 72 yards. Well, a nice little sprint there. I guess if you're the defense, the only thing you hold on to, you got him out of bounds, but it's 1st and goal.
And that's all you can hold on to because they didn't hold on to him very well on that run. He gives them 1st and goal, as you outlined, with a big-time play.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Flushed out right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. They'll try to run with Carson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Now it's Wilson, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner. And he's able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Williams. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 30 on second down, Mahomes steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it and avoids the contact by sliding. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. To throw again on second down, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Tyreek Hill. Incomplete. Brings up third down and 4.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Butker's kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half. It's Wilson rolling to his right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. 64, weak. Collect.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Got his man. It's Williams. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Come on, D. Motion. Hey, 57. 54 is Mike.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. On 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Watch out for Hill on the return. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
I'm here all day.
Mahomes now on 1st down. It's complete to Williams. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 36. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 6 yards in the first down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively, kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Again, it's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Fan. Check 3, check 3. Good play.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Alex Okafor. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill, and able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and they add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Williams. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Check 52.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the kick by Butker is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Frank Clark in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Throwing now is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Today's final score, Chiefs 16, Seahawks 7.
Acting like they know me, cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money, we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the New York Giants. Here's the kicker, Aldrich Rosas, ready to get us going. And we are underway from FedEx Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go. 60 or.
A first carry now for Thompson. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff to Thompson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Smith. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I don't believe that this opening drive was surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? From the red zone now, Smith. Complete. Richardson has it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 14-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Jones now operating from the gun. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Now Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Hey, 2.
Throwing Jones. It's complete to Golden Tate. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Back to throw. Jones. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard, 33 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And it really helps out in a...
Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis, 78 yards. And the Redskins have taken the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
This fielded at the 2, and he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 75 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Rosas good with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. And he finds the tight end, Reed. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw is Smith. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
On 1st down, Smith. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys are able to regain the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On 2nd and 7, Jones nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
Mike, 56. Exit, exit. 56 to Mike. 56. Grab it. Hey, let go. Let go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. And that will be incomplete. DRC, Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie getting in there to break it up.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on third down.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Taking it about the 36. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go. 70, Indy. You never ring. Let's go, baby. Now.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Thompson. Alec Ogletree in on the stop. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
At the 43-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Charlie. 29 is mine.
Throwing is Smith. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. The final shot here before break. Smith. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now up to 14.
Redskins 28, Giants 14.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be taken short. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Go now. 15 lining. 15 line. Recon, 132 fighter. Ready?
Jones from the gun. He'll throw. Finds his tight end, Ingram.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got his man. This is Tate. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Well, they deemed it 4 down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
First down, New York.
Here we go.
Now Jones apparently a little unsure of everything here, so he steps back and signals for timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. Set. 30 base. Here we go, D. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Look at me. Go. Switch. Hey, Haywood. Shoot.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Touchdown, Giants! Evan Ingram, 45 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This is Thompson. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. He's got Thompson here, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down, it's Thompson, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Five. 47's the mark, boys. 47.
From the gun, here's Smith. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They are going for it. It's Smith. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41.
29 is Mike 29.
They run it here with Thompson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you?
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Dexter Lawrence. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
29 is Mike 29. Cut.
Back to throw, Smith. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Kelvin Harmon, 37 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 22-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Watch left. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's
Shoot.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Back to throw, Jones. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Go. Hey, box truck. On the ball.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Watch the run.
Hey, Sam off. Step.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Montez Sweat. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Now a give, right side. Thompson, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Makes the score Redskins 42, Giants 21.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Jones now on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, 81 yards. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll start the drive with Love here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Now 3rd down and 3.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop. Smith.
Smith on 3rd down. A short little throw taken in by Reed. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards. Smith now 15 out of 17 through the air. Only 2 incompletions. It's 1st down. Smith going to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A huge play there for Washington. 46 yards.
46 yards. That's another Washington Redskins 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milkers. Birding my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like think you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clippity. Yeah.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This is fielded at the goal line. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Mike, check, 59. Here we go.
A quick throw out wide to Fuller. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Kill. Turn up. Kill, learn. Whip. 131. Tight dog.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Jim. Safety 9. Safety's creeping.
From the 50, it's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Pick the edge. Go. Where's Tiggs?
Throwing on second down. Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 17-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
It's second and 8 at the 15-yard line.
Kill. Hey, turn it out. Kill. Hatchet.
Throwing on second and 8. Watson. He's got Fuller. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one a first down pickup of 8. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Murray now on first down. And he finds Fitzgerald. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray, it's caught. Cooper. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Right there in the middle, 55. Oh, yeah. And here we go. Three.
3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. being chased out left. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They do go for it. It's Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A first down carry now for Miller. And they'll get this down to the 10. All told, they get 13 yards on that play.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They keep it with Miller on first down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
Stepping up, he'll try, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Texans push further out in front. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, and they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
Completes it to Fitzgerald. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Murray. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. First down, Murray. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Murray now on first down. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. To try again after the sack, Murray.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Screenplay, Johnson. Open space inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson. As the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Switch gears. Alert 3. Alert. Hey, 31. Tighten up.
Here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Watch the screen. Check 3. Check. Get his boy down. He's coming. Check. Lucky. Line him up.
Out of the gun, Watson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Byron Murphy, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The strong safety, Jaleel Adai, right there in coverage.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now, standing just outside his own goal line. On the return, Carter. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Set. 19. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. It's complete. It's Miller. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
24, 10, under 10, 10, 24.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Mike 41, Mike 40.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
He's going to fire one, deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line.
Check 50, check 50. 55. Slam, alert.
From the gun, here's Watson. Open man, the tight end fails. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 20-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check the backer, check the backer.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Forced out to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Check. 54. He's checking crack. 59. Check 43. Go.
Throwing again is Watson. He finds his man Johnson. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Alert! 58's the money. 58's the money. No gain on this defense. No.
Watson looks to throw again. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Cardinals will take over at their 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Murray now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Carter. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, it's Miller. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Lamar Miller. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Miller. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right down the middle. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, You just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And what are the whistles for? A timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Ready? 41 to Mike. Check 41. Watch the slant.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. Steps away. He'll try and run it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on third. Now Fitzgerald going to get it on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash. They slept on the team, now they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me do through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash, put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash.
Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday,
The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ryan Suckup of the Titans has this one teed up, and we are underway from Nissan Stadium. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
55. Hey, eat. Blue deck.
General West.
First carry for James Conner. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Hodges looking to throw. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, 66 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Go. 18 Gator.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 30. Seven.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 90 Wolf.
Watch the out.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hodges now. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Kamale Correa gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. 3rd and long. It's Hodges. Going to go down again. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 11-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on second down. Mariota steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Daniel McCullers. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Mariota gives to Henry. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
Brings up 3rd down.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Check 4, check 4.
3rd and long here for Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And they're going to go for it here on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there. 6-0 our score after 1. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. They'll run on 1st down. Connor looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Ready? Security base.
2nd and 10. At the 16-yard line.
Check. Ready?
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on that last drive, Whitford on 4th turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Throwing, Mariota. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
It's going to be a long day. Well, they team. It's going to be a long day. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. 61. Matchbox, right.
From the gun, Mariota. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
One. Three. Hayward. One. Get wide.
Fourth down, Mariota. He finds Humphries. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This will be caught by Brown. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Lewis here on 1st down. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Mariota. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
One.
Now Mariota on 4th down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone in and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards. From the red zone now, Mariota. It's caught. Humphries. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. Mariota. Open man is Davis. He's got it for the Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point put through by Succop, and that trims the lead down to 9. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not? Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. LaShawn Sims with the INT. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Man, I got you.
Final play of the half here. Mariota uncorks one for Davis. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on.
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, 75 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. 1 play and into the end zone. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback. You got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
218, jump. Watch the twist. Hey, exit.
Hodges here on 2nd down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hodges. Complete to Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
On 1st down, it's Samuels. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On second down, here's Hodges. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot. Now he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Back near his goal line, Mariota. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Here's Mariota. He's going deep for Brown. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Hodges. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Following the interception here, Mariota. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Nashville. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Throwing is Mariota. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Hodges now. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 70 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Uncorks one for he's got a man complete. A big play, Mariota to Davis, 44 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Mariota. He's going to float this over the middle deep. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. The Titans go. It's Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Boy,
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?